We're about to go check this out. Shout out to Fox News for supplying this video footage here earlier. The video was police. This is the United States Secret Service give update after shooting near Trump's Florida Golf Club. It's your boy kicking in with Timmy B. Let's go see what they have to say.
And keep them to the information that you heard. Don't get into what ifs, and because of this, we're not going to go there, all right? So keep that in mind, and we'll be good. So here we go. All right, 1:30 this afternoon. Call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. Because we're in constant contact with them all the time, we were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area. Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag, which was great. So we had that information. Our real-time crime center put it out to the license plate readers. And we were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County. We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy. After that, we took the the witness that witnessed the incident, flew him up there, and he identified as the person that he saw running out of the bushes and jumped into the car. Now, in the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of. So those are being processed right now. The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off. So that's what we know about the investigation. We have somebody in custody right now that is a potential suspect. We got a little bit more work to do on it, but as we usually do, as soon as we decide that we're going to book him into the county jail and the charges that he's going to be booked into, we'll get those to you and we'll get a picture of him and we'll get you his background. So now I'm going to turn it over to the representative of the Secret Service, and he's going to make a brief statement.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I first want to thank all of our law enforcement partners, to include the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office and the Martin County Sheriff's Office, for their involvement today. Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach. The U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line, and this matter is under investigation. I'll turn it over to my partners over at the FBI.
He said, yep, it's going to just I'm gonna make this quick. I'm going to give it to the FBI. They'll handle the whole, thing here. The first guy, I thought he was very informative, but even then, it's like he passes over to this guy. What a joke, man. It's insane.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Veltri. I'm the special agent in charge of the FBI's Miami field office. The FBI has assumed the role as the lead federal law enforcement agency in the investigation of the incident that occurred earlier today at Trump International Golf Course here in West Palm Beach, Florida. We've deployed a number of resources, including investigative teams, crisis response team members, bomb technicians, and evidence response team members as well. What we need right now is for the public to avoid the area around the golf course. We will continue to support this investigation with the full resources of the FBI, alongside our partners with the United States Secret Service and the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, as well as Martin County Sheriff's Office and state and local law enforcement. I would ask that if anyone has any information that may assist with this investigation, to contact our tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI or at tips, that's TIPS, FBI.gov. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dave Ehrenberg, State Attorney for Palm Beach County. I want to thank Sheriff Bradshaw and our partners at the local, state, and federal levels. I'm here because our prosecutors are currently working up warrants and a motion for pretrial detention for the suspect. In that way, he will be kept in custody. But our filing of these warrants and charges at the state level does not preclude federal charges that could be coming. But in the meantime, it looks like the warrants and the pretrial detention motion will happen first. And again, I want to thank the cooperation we've had with our federal partners and at the local level. And thank you all for being here today.
Okay, we're going to make these pictures available to you. It'll show you a picture of the backpack and the rifle. And there's also a GoPro on the fence there where he was intent on filming what was going on. Even though we're going to have to secure a couple of areas around the golf course here, the public doesn't need to panic. We know that we got a post office, a library, and a school down the street. So we'll make it convenient for you to get to all the places you need to go, get your kids to school, get them over here to the post office or wherever else you need to go. It's safe, there's no more danger here, and we'll make it very convenient for you. So having said that, we're going to take a very limited amount of questions, and you can direct them to who you want to answer the question.
Sheriff, did this individual make any statements as he was being detained?
No statement right now as far as his involvement in the incident, and there's further investigation to be completed.
What was his demeanor like?
Yeah, I'm not sure if maybe the Secret Service gentleman answered. I misunderstood, or I couldn't quite understand. So there was a rifle, so one of your agents saw, on the golf course, saw a rifle pointing to a fence with a chain link. Okay, so he saw that, the agent?
That is correct, yes.
And the president, or the former president, was on the course behind him.
Hey, that's wild. What is that, like a... Is that like a M14? Or is that like a... I can't... Whoever took these pictures, man, I swear. Yeah, I see the plating here. Yep. And he's gonna have the rifle sitting right here, right? Yeah. And I would assume this is inside. This is obviously, this is on the outside here, or this is on the inside of his property. This is on the outside here, so somebody could just pull up right here. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. So if you, it looks like, I don't know if these are round. I don't know if that's the shadows or whatever, but it looks like there was already some rounds or something. Like, what? But the ceramic plating. I mean, who would? This is on like a whole other level. He's like, yeah, I'm not getting smacked. So this dude was just laying prone out here, a rifle through the fence. It's crazy, dog. Like, who would have thought to put ceramic plate? Like, that's crazy. And they said that he had a GoPro or something like that. But we'll get into that. Let's keep going.
It was 1 or 2 holes behind. That because the bubble moves through the golf course, so our agents will get there first, clear it. He noticed that the rifle was pointed out. Our agents engaged. We are not sure right now if the individual was able to take a shot at our agents, but for sure our agents were able to engage with the subject.
Interesting.
I don't know that.
Doesn't appear so.
Is there more?
Yep. Al?
How far away was the president? How far away was Donald Trump when this gentleman was caught and stopped?
I got it. Probably between 300 and 500 yards, but with a rifle and a scope like that, that's not a long distance.
That's crazy. I mean, how are these people just letting folks just roll up like this, like 300 yards, 150 feet, 150 yards, it's 350 yards. It's like the guy, like Butler. Now it's this is, what are they doing over here, man? Like, man, it almost makes you think, right?
Service, how far was your agent from the would-be assailant?
That I'm not sure right now. We're still looking into that.
Reports of the 4 rounds of ammunition were fired. Were all 4 of those from your agent?
That is correct. 4 to 6. We're not sure yet.
Was there a long distance? Explaining why?
Yes.
And
Yes, ma'am.
when WPF 25, I was wondering what how this was able to happen, and for future reference, is there any security in the golf course?
I didn't hear all that. Say that one more time and talk up a little bit.
Check this out.
So, how was this able to happen, and for future reference, is there any security in the golf course?
Well, you got to understand, the golf course is surrounded by shrubbery, so when somebody gets into the shrubbery, they're pretty much out of sight, all right? And at this level that he is at right now, he's not the sitting president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course around it.
So since he's not the sitting president, he doesn't get all the resources that he should to protect his own. Man, he is literally the Republican candidate. He's a Republican nominee, excuse me. Like, why aren't these folks getting the security that they need, especially him and RFK, right? Like, and then just questionable, like JD Vance. Like, we got to get these folks Tulsa. Like, we got to get these folks secure. We got to get the man right here secure. Even Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, man. All these folks need like good security, like great security. It's not good, like great, but this right here is. It almost seems like it's a malfeasance. It is something that like I feel like these people can easily fix, but they choose not to. Let's continue.
Well, because he's not, the security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible. So I would imagine that the next time he comes to the golf course, there'll probably be a
Next
little
time.
bit more people around the perimeter. But the Secret Service did exactly what they should have done. They provided exactly what the protection should have been, and their agent did a fantastic job.
And this is the head sheriff, right? I mean, can you imagine? This is just like it's another security failure, man. Like, when does it stop?
Which direction was the shrubbery? Was north, south? Or I guess east, west, or south is the road?
The layout of the golf course, you've got 3 holes, 5, 6, and 7. All right? One of them runs parallel to Summit Boulevard. One of them runs parallel to Congress. And he was in an area in the shrubbery where he could see both holes. So the president was another hole back, which means he's about between 400 and 500 yards away.
So he was on the golf course?
Oh, he's on the golf course, yeah, but he's back a ways.
For the Secret Service, have you guys changed at all the way that you guys are protecting former President Donald Trump? This is now potential second attempt on him. Can you just elaborate on how things have changed and what you make of this?
Interesting. It's a great question.
Yes, the threat level is high.
Yeah, it's
We
high.
have increased the amount of assets that we've supported, so we live in danger times. So yes.
That's all you have to say to that, right? Like, that's the stuff that I'd be saying. But, like, why is... Man, this is